And welcome back to Sports Weekly on IEMG. We're going to hit the diamond with some baseball and softball. It's that time of the year. We're going to crown league champions. And coming up this weekend, we'll see the baseball playoff brackets. The softball brackets will come out the following Monday on May 11th. So that time of the year, we're going to see who's going to qualify for the playoffs. We're going to see who's winning league championships. And we're going to start in the Citrus Belt League. The Cajon Cowboys, it was simple. Win their final regular season game at home against Citrus Valley, and they would win the outright Citrus Belt League championship. So, take you out to Cajon. It got off to an early start for the Cowboys when Hugo Sanchez belted a 3-run homer to spot the Cowboys the early lead. And guess who was on the bump? That man, Gavin Garcia, getting some help from his defense behind him. Gavin Garcia was magnificent. A 3-hitter. The Blackhawks with only 3 hits in this ball game. Cajon goes on to win by a final score of 9-0. What a way to close out league action. They are your CBL champions in 2026, so they are absolutely going to the playoffs as well. Head coach Robert Grande getting the old Gatorade bath as the Cowboys celebrate on their home field. Congratulations to them. No games this week for Cajon. We'll wait and see where they end up in the playoffs when the brackets come out on Saturday. So let's take a quick look at the final CBL standings. And it looks like this. Cajon on top. They finish at 12-3. In the CBL, followed by Yucaipa at 11-4, and Redlands or Citrus Valley, at 10-5. So Cajon, Yucaipa, and CV get those 3 automatic spots in the playoffs. Pretty cut and dry for Citrus Belt League baseball. But CBL softball, not the same scenario. It is quite the mess, actually. Here is the CBL softball standings right now. And Yucaipa will be your CBL champion. In fact, they've already clinched it. They're 9-0 in CBL play. But remember, the top 3 teams get automatic playoff spots, and we have no idea who's going to finish in 2nd and 3rd in the CBL. So here's the deal. Citrus Valley and Cajon are at 4-5, and they're going to play head-to-head. Beaumont and Redlands East Valley are only 1 game up at 5-4, and they're going to play head-to-head in their final league games this week. So we could have several teams finishing at 5-5, and then we're going to see who's going to have the tiebreaker to finish in 2nd and 3rd place, which again, automatic spots to the playoffs. So we will definitely be keeping an eye on this as we go into the final week of CBL play for softball. Now to the Ambassador League, and there's the Aquinas Falcons, the baseball team, going on the road to Woodcrest Christian in Riverside. Not only did they get the win against the Royals, but that also wrapped up their 6th Ambassador League title in a row. The 6-peat for Coach Carpentier and the Falcons. Congratulations to them. We heard from Coach Carpentier last week. Winning league is great, 6 in a row for the Falcons, but for them, the big picture is they want to make a run at a CIF Southern Section title, and it will start next week. So let's take a look at the final Ambassador League baseball standings. Aquinas at 11-1. The only blemish on that schedule was that loss against Linfield Christian, but they are the league champions, followed by ACA and Linfield Christian, both at 7-4, tied for 2nd place right now in the Ambassador League standings. Linfield Christian has that great overall record, though, at 20-6. So we'll see who's going to get that automatic spot to the playoffs. But congratulations to Aquinas Baseball. And also congratulations to Aquinas Softball. The Falcons at home against Ontario Christian in their final league game. And they got the win by a final score of 4-1 in this one. That was Elizabeth Padilla knocking in a run. And then it's going to be Delilah Pinedo, the opposite field single, to drive home another run. Aquinas wins this game 4-1 against Ontario Christian. They are your league champions. And here's a look at those league standings. Aquinas at 7-1. Their only blemish came against Arrowhead Christian about 2 weeks ago. And then for 2nd place, it's still a battle. Linfield Christian 4-3, ACA 4-3, Ontario Christian 4-4. So ACA and Linfield got one more to go to decide that playoff spot for second place in the Ambassador League. But for Aquinas, they're the league champs, and they are going to the playoffs. Congratulations to Coach Galindo and the Aquinas softball team. All right, let's talk now some tennis as well. The CIF Southern Section playoff brackets just came out for tennis, and that includes the Indian Springs boys, your Mountain Valley League champions. Congratulations to the Coyotes. They go 8-1 in MVL action. They also had the singles and doubles league champions. Shout out to Jose, the singles champion, Arturo and Ivan, your doubles champion from Indian Springs. And yes, they were celebrating as well, MVL champions. Let's take a look at the local teams from San Bernardino that punched their ticket to the CIF Southern Section playoffs. And it looked like this. We got 4 teams from San Bernardino in boys tennis. In Division 6, we got Cajon at home against Liberty, the Bison from Winchester. That's a D6. In Division 7, there's those MVL champions, Indian Springs, but they got a long road trip coming up, taking on Los Amigos in the opening round. In Division 8, we got 2 local teams, San Gorgonio, your Skyline League champions. They will open up the Division 8 playoffs at home against Duarte. And also in Division 8, we've got another Mountain Valley League team. That would be San Bernardino, and the Cardinals get a home game. They will take on Banning in the opening round. So best of luck to San Bernardino, San Gorgonio, Indian Springs, and Cajon in the CIF Southern Section boys tennis playoffs. The opening round will take place this week. All right, when we come back here on Sports Weekly, we're going to talk a little track and field, and we got some football news. We'll be right back here on Sports Weekly on IEMG.